What's up, race fans? Welcome back to the Rhythm of Smoke Racing channel. I'm your host, Rhythm of Smoke. Today we are inside the kingdom, inside the entertainment room with a little GT Sport loaded up. If you know, look back at some of my old videos. I do like to run a little sim racing when I'm not on the actual track. So that's what we're going to do today. GT Sport just got an update for the new 86. I'm going to actually take the old 86 and run it on the Nuremberg ring, and then I'm gonna run a lap with the new A6. Only thing I change on the car is turn off traction control. So we're gonna leave it straight out the box as is, turn off traction control, and then run a couple laps on the Nuremberg ring. See how different the car is compared to the digital old 86 digital version of that. So, but before I go, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I give you a second to do that now. But if you want to stay on top of everything else I got going on, you can keep it up with the real life Rhythm and Smoke Racing. I have my real life 86. I got my real life Time Attack TC sitting in the garage. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. And you can find me at Rhythm and Smoke Racing on Facebook, Rhythm and Smoke Racing on Instagram. And if you like to donate, Rhythm and Smoke Racing on Cash App. But it is what it is, man. You can send whatever you want to send. What's free though is hitting them likes, you know what I'm saying, hitting them and sharing the video. Do what it is, man. We trying to get that count up. We trying to get the subscriber list go up. So it is what we're gonna do. But let's jump into it.
All right, guys. We got the old 86 loaded up. Let's see alright, turn the traction control off. Comes with sports hard. Max power of 198, max torque of 151 with a curb weight of 2712, so 2712, just over a little over 2,700 pounds. So let's see what we can do. Got my trusty gearbox here. My gearbox is a little shaky, but we'll see what we can do with it. It likes to come out of gear sometimes because this steering wheel is kind of older. So it's not always registering my shifts sometimes, so we'll see what happens. See what we can turn, see what kind of lap we can turn in a casual stroll of the Nuremberg Norris Lightbox. Like this car is so nimble, so clean. Like it's so smooth too on transitions. That's why I bought it in real life. Like I enjoy driving this car daily, you know. So the only thing you can really add to this car is a little bit more power, and it's just a blast to drive. It really is, especially on the track. Like on the street, the car doesn't come alive like it would on it does on the track. You know, like it's just so much different. Great turn in. So light. Little drift action. I downshifted too much there, so upset at the rear of the car. Now I'm using heel-toe downshift, but GT Sport doesn't really recognize the heel-toe downshift, so But since that's the way I drive it in real life on the track, so I'll drive it the same way. Like some of the other titles that I have, Assetto Corsa, I think Project Cars does too. They recognize the clutch a little better when it comes to heel toe downshift. Like you can actually heel toe downshift in those titles. So like in real life, if you're driving the 86 in real life and you're on the track, if you don't heel toe downshift, the rear end of the car will get upset, you know, just trying to do a regular granny downshift. If you're up high in RPM, it interrupts the drivetrain, which will cause a drift. So we're just taking a casual stroll around the Nuremberg, see what we can get out of this car. This is my squeaky pedal. So it gets this rig gets a lot of playtime. You know, it gets a lot of workout between me and my son. Like they're on it, drifting or road racing or time attacking, and I'm on it. You know, occasionally when I need to iron out some cobwebs before I hit the track myself. So we're in third gear. Not a whole lot of power to come up through this section with this A6. So like I said, just a little bit more power in this car. Woo, it'll just be fun. Now the other side of that is you can pretty much keep your foot planted with a lot less power. I'm sorry, I was in fifth gear right there, not fourth or third. I thought I was in third, but I was in fifth. But yeah, so like I was saying, the thing with the lower horsepower cars, you can pretty much keep your foot planted all the way around the track compared to, you know, high horsepower cars. And depending on what you like, that could be a blast. My favorite section of the track right here. Just come through that. It's just so much fun. Uh-oh, little drift action. Back in, step out. I guess they do recognize the clutch. I was wrong. I think it's depending on the setting. If you put the setting right, then it will recognize the clutch better. Pick up fifth. to the back straight of the Nordschleife. This is a time where you actually relax in the real life. You know, you're doing like, it sounds funny, but you're doing like 160 plus miles an hour. You know, 160, 170, 180 miles an hour, and you're talking. This is like when you relax. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not doing any input. You're just cruising along. Take your time, you rest before you hit the next corners and stuff and whatnot. So we had at 212 kilometers, 213 kilometers, 214, 215. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So about 220 kilometers. A little bad misshift there. Alright, so we're turning 86. Oh, 856. Alright. So we did an 856 in a bone stock, you know, older 86. Let's hop on into the new 86 and see what we can get out of it. So the new 86 has 231 horsepower and slightly heavier at 2,800 pounds, which is what I said before. You know, the car seems bigger, so that's understandable. We got the traction control turned off. Yep. Alright, so 184 in the torque. So that's not bad. See what we can get out of it. Alright, here we go with the new 86. Already I like the gauge cluster. Very nice. So we look like about 8,200 RPM. Sounds good. I can already tell that the chassis is stiffer. Like it feels stiffer than the original A6, but I like that. I like it. Turn-in rate seems a little bit slower than the original 86. It could be because of the difference in weight, but the turn-in feels a little bit better on the original 86 than the new one. Be curious to what the steering rack ratio is between the two cars. It could be the same steering rack ratio, and just the difference is the weight. The weight makes the turn-in feel a little bit heavier, you know what I'm saying? It feels a little bit off compared to the original. I could have used third gear there. Take a little casual stroll. I like the suspension handling, like how it feels over the curves. RPMs there, but there's my gearbox acting up. I like the gearing ratio much better with the power that it has. Like, it seems to match better than the original 86 power ratio with its gearing. Like, it always seems to be in the right RPM as you come out of the corner. Whereas with the older 86, you have to be, you have to know the car a little bit better to extract the gearing, or the proper gearing for whatever corner you're coming out of, to keep the momentum high. Since it has less power but more RPMs, you gotta be in the right gear to maintain the momentum. See how it handles my favorite section of the track. Not bad. Coming through here nicely. I like that. Very nice. Little four-wheel drift action. See, that's what I'm saying. I can use third gear right there. I was thinking I could have went down to second, but it has enough power to still pull you out of that gear. So it has a good balance of power and gearing. All right, lunch break. already we're in 200, 210, 14, 15, 18, 19. Oh, so we already at 220 in the back straight. 6th gear, okay. We didn't get to 220 until we were back down the downhill with the old 86. That's that power difference. See where we get to 230, 231, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then we hit up 238. So almost 240 kilometers an hour. Alright, see what we get with the new 86. 837. It was about a 10-second difference, was it? We'll have to rewind the video to see what the what the time was with the old 86. Very nice. And that was a casual stroll. I mean, if I was going 10/10s, we can probably, clearly we can knock off more time. My gearbox and my steering wheel is a little bit better. So that's what we got with the new 86.
Video for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Share the video, trying to get the likes up, trying to get the subscribers up, and get the circulation going. You can see the race car in the background. I done added the wing back on the car, so that's my old wing. But we'll do a little recap of what's going on with the car here soon. And but in the next time you see me, we're gonna be in the real A6 out at AMP. That stands for Atlanta Motorsports Park. So stay tuned. Until next time, guys, keep the shiny side up and the rubber side down. Peace.